Take it away.
Awesome. Good morning, everyone. How's everybody doing? Great. All right.
Raise your hands if you can't hear.
This is a new experience for all of us. This is feel like a silent discourse. With that, I would love everybody's help. Can you please all stand up? Awesome. Turn yourself to the center of the aisle. We're going to take a selfie with all of you.
All right, here we go.
Robin, come here. All right. 1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3. Awesome.
All right, that's going right to LinkedIn, right?
Yep, you bet.
All right.
Welcome to this security partner session. This is a mini kickoff for our security session. Great to have you. Today, I'm super delighted to have Steve Spencer, our corporate vice president and security business leader with us.
Great to be here.
It's awesome. And the purpose of this mini keynote is really go into talk about our security stack, what we see in the market trend, customer insight, and talk a little bit about go-to-market so that we can continue to protect our customers and equally important to win the market together. Last year, FY25, we achieved a lot together. So thank you, and thank you. So let's take a moment before we dive in to talk about our Partner of the Year award. Today, I hope we have our winner as well as our finalists here, and thank you for all the work. FY25, we have 3 categories of award: data security, compliance, identity, and security. Each of the awards represents your significant hard work as well as significant partner commitment and customer outcomes. I'm very delighted to talk a little bit about our winner. Increment is our award winner for data security and compliance. They help Australian public school and financial institutions improve their data security and compliance, and helping, as of today, about 2 million of Australian public students and financial institutions protect with Microsoft Purview.
All right, I get to do the Identity Award. Identity is near and dear to my heart, and I want to thank our partner, Invoke. Can you click the build? One more click.
One more click.
All right. We're having clicker issues. We may have to have some help from Robin here. All right. All right, well, we'll work on that. Meanwhile, I'll just tell you who it is. It was our partner, Invoke. Invoke enabled a global logistics leader to transition from Okta to Microsoft Entra, strengthening identity management across 4 continents and saving $2.2 million for our customer. Thank you, Invoke.
Awesome. All right. The last winner in the category of our partner award for security is Defend Limited. Defend Limited helped us to use Microsoft Defender XDR and Sentinel to help protect our customers to drive about perfect. To use, it's just funny, to use Defender XDR and Sentinels for flagship building to help them improve their threat protection by 813%. 813%. With that, may I ask the representative from our award winners stand up? If you're in the room, let's give them a round of applause.
Thank you, and
awesome.
Increment, Invoke, and Defend.
This is fantastic. With that, Steve, the floor is yours.
All right, thank you so much, and thank you everybody for being here. You know, I would like to spend just a little bit of time setting up what I am hearing over and over from our customers, from their chief information security officers, give you a sense for what's going on in people's minds and what we're thinking about at Microsoft as we're building products to help CISOs defend and protect their estates. The reality here today is CISOs are balancing complexity and risk every day Decisions have to be fast. Mistakes cost trust. They can impede success. And more importantly even than that is security isn't really just defense. A theme you're going to hear from me and from Ann throughout the day here is security, when it's done right, is the enabler for speed, the enabler for recovery, and the foundation for safe innovation. Now, I've spent several decades in tech and in security, in fact, building products and other roles, but I'm going to take us back before the tech industry started. We're going back to ancient Greek and Rome and the classics, and Homer and Virgil, really my first love. Because these stories are full of examples of leaders under great pressure. They're dealing with incomplete information. They are facing real stakes, barbarians at the gates, literally. Today's security leaders face a similar situation, incomplete information and evolving threats, but evolving at AI speed, even faster than the ancients had to deal with. The security landscape, of course, never stops shifting, and so organizations need a framework for clarity and long-term focus. So there's a single story arc that repeats itself over and over through the years, moving from complexity to trust. And we're seeing the same thing in security today. You've probably heard it said that complexity is the enemy of security. Complexity leads to all sorts of problems. It produces a fear of falling behind. And when systems and culture are not resilient, it leads to erosion of trust. So again, back to ancient Rome, leaders faced crises on every side. They had enormous pressure to do the right thing. They had enemies at their borders. They had citizens demanding answers. And under that pressure, they knew that if they made the wrong decision, they were putting the whole city at risk. Survival depended on collaboration, on resilient infrastructure, and on trust built over time. These themes ought to sound very familiar to the modern world. Today, the pace is even faster, stakes are even higher than ever, and of course, as you're going to hear throughout the day and have been hearing, AI accelerates everything, both capability and exposure. Last thing to say here is that trust is certainly not automatic. Trust is won in drops and lost in buckets. You've probably heard that before. And so you build trust, you engineer trust through preparation, through clarity, and through an architecture that holds up when it matters the most. So, AI has really taken over the consciousness of the world in the last few years here, really since 2022. The speed and breadth of adoption of AI technology is unbelievable. Every CISO I talk to is talking about just how fast things are changing for them in their environment. And it's not just at work. It's happening in everyone's personal life. It's happening in education. It's happening in all industries around the world. And it's creating pressure. Pressure on teams to protect their data. Protection on teams to govern responsibly. And importantly, pressure to move fast without adding risk. So security is what makes responsible AI real by enabling skill, by building trust, and by lowering cost. So these statistics are just stunning. I said that it was going fast. It's going a whole new kind of fast. If you go back in time, the telephone took 75 years to reach 100 million users, right? The cell phone took 16 years to reach 100 million. Even the internet took 7 years to reach 100 million users. ChatGPT did that in 2 months. Unbelievable. And the scale is also astounding. We're at a place right now where over 1.8 billion people have used AI just in the last 6 months. That is a phenomenal proportion of humanity. Furthermore, 75% of knowledge workers are using AI. And frankly, most of the rest of them are using it without knowing it. We'll talk more about that in a little bit. And so this scale has led to a couple of interesting phenomena. One of them is hidden AI, is something I've been hearing CISOs talk about a lot, where applications that didn't used to be AI enabled suddenly are shipping an AI scenario. Suddenly something is happening and you weren't prepared for it. You didn't know it was coming as a CISO. A related point is shadow AI. Right? There are organizations that know they have shadow AI and organizations that don't know that they have shadow AI. Everybody is using AI one way or the other, at least in knowledge work roles. So securing the customer environment is urgent and critical. And AI changes this equation. And the interesting part about it is that it changes the equation for defenders, of course, by giving us better and faster tools to stop these attacks. But it also changes the equation for attackers. We are seeing basically every large customer report an increase in the number of AI-driven attacks that they are facing today. And so what's happening is adoption of AI technology is outpacing trust. CISOs are worrying that adoption is racing ahead. And you can understand why, right? Headlines are saying things like, regulatory uncertainty is happening. People are afraid about their jobs. There are concerns, legitimate concerns about bias being built into the models and models being manipulated by adversaries. And so there's a history lesson here that I like, which goes to elevators. So you may know that sort of before World War II, every elevator had an operator in it. And actually, just a few weeks after the end of World War II in 1945, the New York City elevator operators went on strike. It crippled the city. You can imagine, with the skyscrapers that were everywhere, nobody wanted to hike up 50 floors. And so it was an immediate problem. And it provoked an automation wave of elevators. But of course, people were afraid, right? People were worried about these things. And so what happened is elevator companies began by building trust into the system with things like alarm bells inside, with things like interlocks to keep doors, to keep the elevator from moving until the doors were actually closed, and more. And over time, as trust built, elevators became entirely automatic. The same applies now. Confidence in AI systems is going to follow design and transparency and standardization. CIOs hesitate to scale AI sometimes without a proactive security program. CISOs that start deploying AI without proactive security end up having to slow those deployments down. You're not going as fast as you could if you don't build in security at the beginning of your program. So the goal here that we're all aiming for is durable adoption of all of this new AI technology to really make an impact on your business, to move with speed, but with safety. So speaking of complexity, AI scale raises some interesting and difficult questions around safety and complexity and accountability. So the foundation that you have to build, you have to put in place, which we're going to talk about in a moment, is you have to build a system that protects data, that provides resilient defenses at every layer of the stack, and a clear path forward to securing the enterprise. Because history shows that scale without preparation means broken systems, slower deployments, and ultimately lost trust. And as I said, trust is lost in buckets. Security from day zero is the requirement. Every CISO knows this. Every CISO wants this. Security is a foundational part of any AI program. It's a little bit like sailboat racing. Another interesting sort of history lesson is the thing that allows a sailboat to move quickly is being stable under pressure, and that's the keel. The word keel is actually maybe arguably the first documented word in the English language. This technology goes back so far because that's how foundational it was to be able to be stable in a storm. And that's exactly what we're looking for here in the deployment of AI. All right, let me tell you a little bit about what we're seeing at Microsoft on the threat landscape, because this is just as sobering, I think, as some of the CISO feedback that I've been sharing with you. The first thing is AI is driving unprecedented speed, right? We are now at a place where, on average, it's 48 minutes from the time someone is compromised until an attacker is able to move laterally. And in fact, the fastest observation that we have in our systems is 51 seconds. That's machine scale. It's very difficult to defend against with human scale defense. Speaking of scale, the scale is just absolutely mind-blowing. We are now seeing 100 trillion security-relevant signals a day in Microsoft, in our threat intelligence ecosystem. And finally, AI has driven an enormous increase in the sophistication of attackers. Number one, we've just gone from tracking 300 named adversaries to over 1,500 named adversaries in the Microsoft Threat Intelligence Center. And number two, and equally scary, is these adversaries are now using offensive AI technology pretty reliably in their own operations. Oop, clicker. I think I might have. There we go. All right, good deal. So another thing that CISOs are reporting is that AI has changed the game on attack surface. So we've all been managing these attack surfaces for many years, really decades. Applications and users and the network and endpoint management and all of the rest of that. The rise of AI brings a whole new set of attack surfaces to deal with, right? Every new model that's released carries with it new interesting vulnerabilities, new ability to sort of bias or inject prompts. They all carry with them a plugin ecosystem, and those plugins themselves become part of the attack surface. And then, of course, all of the data engineering that goes into training and post-training and inferencing and RAG and all of the rest of it, all of that forms a brand new attack surface in AI. And so all of this stuff is under threat. You've heard already at Ignite, and are going to hear more today. Our approach at Microsoft is to build complete defenses into these systems from day zero so that this new attack surface is managed as effectively as the old one. So again, complexity is the enemy of security. An average enterprise is dealing with over 40 different security technologies. It's really unbelievable. And it creates real problems. SOC operators have a hard time drawing that red thread from end to end across these tools because these tools end up with siloed data and slightly different detections, and you wind up missing things. Or at best, you have to work really hard to connect all of these dots. And that would be one thing if the SOC was fully staffed. But the reality is we've been tracking this number since really the mid-2010s. We are now up to almost 4.8 million unfilled cybersecurity jobs worldwide. That is a stunning number. And in general, what it means here is you have this bad combination of complexity in tooling, rising threats, and not enough people to do the job. So, you know, what did we do? Where has this happened before? Another quick history lesson. So, through the dawn of aviation, airplanes kept getting more and more complicated, more and more knobs and dials. And as the complexity continued to rise, at some point, the ability of a human sitting in a cockpit to deal with all of those knobs and dials was exceeded. And so the solution wasn't like more instrumentation. The solution was actually simplification around checklists especially. There's a great book called The Checklist Manifesto that has a wonderful explanation of how you simplify a complex problem through standardized thinking. Security needs the same. Standardization and unification on platform and trusted AI to help reduce noise and lift the signal. Okay, I can't do a security presentation without mentioning Microsoft's Secure Future initiative, because a couple of years ago, Satya stood on stage and told, first of all of Microsoft and then all of the world that security is Microsoft's #1 job. Any Microsoftie hears this probably once a week. Microsoft runs on trust, and it's true. The Secure Future initiative represents one of the largest data security investments in history. We have over 34,000 engineers equivalent working on security technology at Microsoft in one way or the other, in our products or in our services or in threat intelligence or what have you. The Secure Future initiative is founded on 3 pillars that I hope you have heard before, but secure by design, meaning security is baked into the design at the architecture and ideation phase all the way through to delivery. Secure by default, right? If you're, meaning that if you deploy a Microsoft service, the defaults will leave you in a secure place. And finally, secure in operations, because it's not enough to simply build a secure service and deploy it securely. The next day, the adversary is going to wake up and try to find a new way to compromise you. And so Microsoft, together with the threat intelligence systems and all of our security professionals, are constantly monitoring and evolving our security in order to keep operations secure and safe. The goal is simple: to enable leaders to move forward with confidence. All right, so we said complexity strains teams, but the good news is Microsoft is learning every day at global scale and pulling those learnings into one integrated AI-first end-to-end security platform that protects identities through Microsoft Entra, that safeguards your data through Purview, that secures your devices through Defender for Endpoint and Intune, that manages access, that detects threats at scale. And Security Copilot is the red thread that runs through all of these. And as you just heard yesterday, Security Copilot is now included in Microsoft 365 E5 subscriptions. So we're excited for more and more organizations to start getting the benefit of AI in security operations. So the idea here is to move from dozens of disconnected and siloed tools to a unified platform that reduces complexity and ultimately lowers cost. All of which, as I said, is powered by Microsoft's threat intelligence, global signals, and by Microsoft's security services with dedicated engineering and the industry's most sophisticated cyber incident response. All right, I'm going to do a quick case study, and it's not an accident here that this case study is about our partner Defend, who you just heard won Partner of the Year, together with our customer Fletcher Building. So with a workforce that's spread around multiple locations and a need for instant access to data, Fletcher Building required a robust and real-time security solution to gain insights into risk posture, events, and alerts. And so Defend implemented Microsoft's Defender XDR and Sentinel, leveraging the Guardian XDR managed security service to deliver comprehensive security controls and rapid threat detection across every part of the business. So, as Ann said, since deploying Microsoft 365 E5 and Sentinel, Fletcher Building has seen an unbelievable 813% increase in threat detections, which dramatically improves their visibility and response capabilities. They're also using the E5 ingestion benefit into Sentinel to deliver significant cost savings and enabling them to see more and detect more and protect more, ultimately empowering their teams and securing their future. All right, a couple of more statistics here so I talked a little bit about some of these already, but I want to underscore one of the most important statistics up here is Microsoft's long-term commitment to building the future of AI. We spent over $80 billion on capital last year. This year, we're on track to spend well over $100 billion in capital to build the AI future that we're all headed towards. Of course, we have at Microsoft Security, we have partners and customers in over 120 countries around the globe, giving us the broadest possible aperture for threat. We see 5 billion emails in our system every single day. We see 38 million identity risks detected and analyzed every day, and we block 4.5 million new malware files every day. Unbelievable. As I said, this whole thing is backed up by over 34,000 security engineers and over 15,000 partners. Thank you all for your partnership there. Yeah, all right, let me move to the next slide here. I see we're a little tight on time, so I'll see if I can pick it up. So look, let's go back to the history lesson where I started. History teaches basically these same lessons that we're seeing today. The cities, historically, that invested first in strong defenses and good governance, those are the cities that became places where trade and ideas flourished. Right? The security of the solution of the city is what made that progress possible. It allowed a sense of trust to develop, and that's what allowed forward progress to happen. So the promise that we're going to make to our customers and each other is similar: to have a safe and available set of systems that build trust. Because when security is the foundation of what you do, you get stronger defenses, you get lower costs, you get confidence to ship at speed, to deploy all of the technology that's coming, and to unlock the full potential of AI. Our role here is to bring that threat intelligence that I talked about and the platform to bring signals into your SecOps team and help them respond quickly to threats. So Microsoft solutions, together with our partners' solutions, are designed to rise to these challenges that I've talked about. Designed to address the challenge of pressure on defenders, to find signal in the noise, to respond with speed. The risks to sensitive data, to keep that data safe at rest and in motion. And to address the complexity of securing the cloud and AI infrastructure, the need to build that trust right into the platform. These are real and persistent challenges that every organization I talk to faces. And what we're doing here is bringing to the table unified SecOps to allow defenders to gain time and clarity, focusing on what really matters, to protect your data and reduce risk through strong governance and posture management of your data. And finally, to bring in cloud and AI security into the platform by design to allow innovation to move at speed, because security and compliance are baked right into the platform. So together with these solutions, our combined total value is an integrated platform plus expertise and partnership with folks in the room here to deliver better security outcomes for our joint customers. This trust that I've been talking about all day is earned in the products that we ship and in the work that we do for our customers. Look, the reality is complexity is everywhere. That's not going to change anytime soon. There is a risk of falling behind, and complexity is the enemy of security. Today's rapid pace of change means that complexity is multiplying. And in moments like this, trust turns speed into durable progress and turns complexity into clarity. Trust is what enables people to explore, to build, to shape what's next with AI. This is shared work. We're going to build this foundation together for all of our joint customers so that customers can move faster with confidence. I want to leave you with a quote that I love here. The world is changing fast, but the future holds unbelievable potential for new levels of human achievement, powered by AI solutions. We know what we are, but know not what we may be. William Shakespeare said that 400 years ago. Still true. Our job here is to make room for what your teams can become, to help you clear the path to innovation in our organizations through security and compliance and governance. To create and maintain the foundation of trust with your stakeholders, this is where trust starts. And to talk more about what it means to become a leading edge partner in the era of AI, I want to welcome Anne back to the stage. Anne, over to you.
Awesome. While we may not know what we do not know not what we may be, one thing I know for sure: together, we're going to grow our business and continue our great partnership. With that, I'm going to transition to talk about partner opportunities. Every year we do we commission our Forrester group to do a total economic impact study. The goal for this study is really look into, hey, is our partner opportunities growing in a healthy shape? And where's the growth driver so that we are all informed what our customer is looking for us to do, and we continue to innovate the right solutions to ensure we protect our customers in every single layer of the systems. In the study, what we see the three growth drivers. It's very aligned to what Steve have shared. One, AI feel the complexity and feel the vulnerability of security. So the demand for data, security, and compliance is we continue to see the growth. That's one. Second, while the demand is high, customers continue to face the pressure of the cost and also the complexity. So what customers are looking for is to do vendor consolidation. Steve said on average, a customer has 40+ security system. It's hard to navigate. With that, with the vendor consolidation ask from customers, Microsoft cannot be in a better position to provide a complete set of offer to our customers. Third, as you all know, the market continues to have lack of talent in terms of security expertise. This is particularly very pronounced for our SMB customers. With that, what we've seen, managed service is the solutions for their need. They need to protect their system despite how small or how big the customer is. They understand the threat continues to keep going up. So we have seen, particularly in SMB customers, the managed service is gone up to 42%. These are the three growth drivers collective of us. In all the enterprise customer segment and both SMB segment, the growth continues to be healthy at about 20+%. So in this room, we feel great to continue to go after the market and continues to doing the great work that we need to make sure our customers, while they're pursuing their frontier transformation, they're well protected. If you want to know more about this Forrester study, please take your cell phone out, and it's totally allowed to scan the QR code to get this study so that you can dive into the details to make sure that all the insight and information you will get in your fingertips. All right, in the beginning of FY26, I talked to many of you. We share about how Microsoft commercial business go to market. We streamline our go to market from 6 solutions area to 3 solutions area with AI business solutions, very much focused on Copilot and Microsoft 365 and Dynamic. We also talk about cloud and AI platform. We continue to see customer is developing custom AI solutions for their core application to streamline operation and reinvent business process. And of course, you have to go to the cloud before you do AI. So migrations continues to be our significant play. And security is also one of our 3 important solutions area, how we go to market. Our 60,000 commercial seller is very motivated to go to market and drive the customer conversation. Begins with Copilot and AI. No surprise to all of you. This is all about the topics in this conference. Super interestingly, every customer conversations they go to talk to customers, it turns into a security conversation. Security become the fundamental for all AI's conversation. Then when I talk to some of our bigger SI, they have independent security practice. The super interesting thing, they become the center of excellence for their AI practice as well as Copilot practice. They create our internal partnership, practice to practice partnership. And we're also starting to see partner to partner opportunities from our AI, very specific AI advisory partner to our security partner as well, because again, all these AI conversations go hand in hand with security and data and compliance. So I see these are great opportunities for us to continue to partner with us, partner with you, as well as partner with other partners to really help customers to drive frontier transformation. In order to do that, in the beginning of the year, I was also very happy to share with you our lineup for our go-to-market levers for all of you. This range from a resale, how we enable you to resell some of our services and product, to very specific pre-sale and post-sales investment. So we expand our CSP offer from 1 year to daily, monthly offer, and also to 3 years offer for all our premium product. Microsoft 365 E3, Microsoft 365 E5. And then we have hopefully you guys is already tapping into all the workshops. These are intended to help you to drive pre-sale and invest into pre-sale effort in all these categories. And we also have deployment offer for all of you. Today, I'm also delighted to share we have more investment for all of you starting in this quarter. So if you're not familiar with that, I'm so happy you guys taking the phone out. Please snap a picture. All of this is on our MCI platform as of today. One of the great news is we are going to expand our 3-year CSP from enterprise SKU to SMB, so that our enterprise customer and our small business customers can enjoy and choose the 1-year offer or the 3-year offer if they want to. And I'm super excited to share the availability of Microsoft Defender and Microsoft Purview suite for Business Premium. In the other session, we didn't put in here, we also in December 1st, we will also launch Copilot Business at $21 per month per user. Using Copilot Business, awesome, you can clap, thank you. Using Copilot Business with these Microsoft Defender and Microsoft Defender Purview for small business is a perfect combo to help our SMB customers to go through the frontier transformation with the same capability our enterprise customer has. Isn't it awesome? All right, then in terms of MCI workshop for pre-sale, we have one more workshop, it's cloud security workshop, and then we're also introducing 2 more accelerator, Defender for Cloud Accelerator and Sentinel Accelerator. These 2 accelerators are helping you to drive deployment and consumption. I heard your feedback. It cannot only be CSP. So these 2 accelerators are designed for both CSP as well as EA customers. So hopefully it will continue to help you to drive and activate more pre-sale. So take a picture of these. Please do a self-assessment as a scorecard to see how much you adopt these investments. If there's no check on in the investment, you may be leaving money on the table. All right. Throughout Ignite, all the top announcement is all about frontier transformation, is all about AI life cycle management, as well as we are creating tooling and solutions to drive the next generation of transformation, AI transformation. In here, I summarize 3 very, very important announcements. I hope throughout the conference, you will have more time to go to different sessions to dig deeper, because these are very important. The number 1 is Microsoft Agent 365. You asked for that. I hear loud and clear feedback from the Partner Advisory Council. How can we help our customers to manage the agent in a full life cycle? It doesn't matter what platform they are at. So Agent 365 is our IT control plane to do it. It built on Microsoft Purview, Microsoft Entra ID, as well as Defender. It is operate in Microsoft Center to do all this work. So very good, very great capability. Is in public preview now. It is a great opportunity for all of you to leverage on learn about this new capability, use this capability to advise, implement, and even create managed service for our customers to do AI lifecycle management. Second, Steve talked a little bit about that. Security Copilot is available as of today for all E5 customers. We gradually roll it out for every single customer, for all of you. As long as you have a E5 customer in your portfolio, please have the conversation with the customers to leverage this Copilot capability to help them to adopt and take the benefit out of it. It is no additional licensing cost to our customers. Then from there, I hope you'll be able to drive more services from your customers as well. Last is Microsoft Sentinel Graph. It is GA as of today. Super happy about that. It is a great capability to really help collective of us to understand the threat status and use visualizations to see to predict what the bad actor will do next. Isn't it awesome capability for all of us to help protect our customer even better? So these are the 3 highlights of them I would say is most relevant to all of you. But we have about 70-ish announcements, so that take a time, we publish our book of news in our 𝗦𝗽𝗳𝗶𝗶𝗃, Microsoft AI Cloud Partner Program website, so you should be able to dig into all of them. So I need to do a little bit of advertisement. Our security team worked really hard to set up the security track. Throughout these 2 days, we still have 4 more sessions, and to go through compliance, to go through SecOps, many of the topics that is near dear to you guys. So these are great sessions. I encourage all of you to take advantage of these sessions to learn about our new innovation. They will deep dive into that, and equally important, they will share more go-to-market news to all of you. This slide, I'm not going to string it through, but it's essentially the team has done a tremendous job to put a lot of the content, getting you guys trained, getting you guys drive demand generation. There's awesome, what we call campaign in the box, digital kit that you guys can actually use and customers to drive demand. All these resources, again, is on our Microsoft AI Cloud Partner Program website. So please take a look, take advantage of it. We use a lot of money, honestly, to create this for your own use. All right, we have 2 minutes left. Hopefully you will have time to fill the survey for us. Last, thank you for coming to this session. And more importantly, thank you for being an awesome partner for Microsoft. I hope all of you will have a great night. Thank you.